Hey everyone, it's the Nitty Professor. Can you relate? You've got a new puppy in the house and you're really trying to keep up with your knitting hobby. It's a bit of a challenge. This place is, well, it can be chaotic. My German, there he is, she's like running somewhere, I have no idea where. But, so my German Shepherd puppy has passed the 8-week threshold. And as you can imagine, just finding any time to knit is kind of a challenge. Heck, finding time to sleep is a bit of a challenge. So we don't give him any food or water past 6 o'clock. In fact, I don't know, somebody's drinking something and I'm like, oh, I hope it's not him because he's going to wake me up at 2 in the morning again if it's him. In the meantime, my son, he's out right now. He might come back. Whenever anybody knocks on the door or, a car comes by or a package gets delivered or heck, the guy next door is plowing the snow in his yard, it just sets them all off. I ordered some coffee today from a local roastery because I thought, it'd be cool to have, to send my daughter who lives in Omaha some coffee from her hometown. And I ordered it at like 8:30 this morning. Well, at 3:30, a guy was knocking on my door and saying, oh, I got your coffee. I'm like, whoa, what? So apparently they just roast it and then they just bring it over to your house because it's here in town. But of course that set the dogs off like crazy. So fortunately I was able to just lower the window on the storm door and it was okay. But yeah, I find myself like I'll knit for a while and then Ari will get up and then I'll be like, okay, I gotta let him out right away before we have trouble. And then my mind is just, it's totally gotten out of the zone. So if I do want to knit again, I just go for something else. I'm like, well, that kind of interrupted my train of thought. I'm not sure what he's doing, but hopefully he's having fun. They were in here carrying on like crazy because our Malinois, my son's Malinois, is a pretty hyper dog. Some of you know that breed. So you're not too surprised by that. I have managed to get some stuff done. This is one project that I really need to get this finished. It's growing pretty well. It's my rainbow scarf. And for the past, I don't know, close to a year, it's been my project that I don't have to think about. I can just knit on it because it's just stockinette going around in circles. So it's not like I'll lose my train of thought. That's the other thing that happens is I'll be in the middle of a let's call it a sector or a little quadrant in my sock. And I do 60 stitch feet on my socks. And so with 4 needles going around, then it's 15 stitches. And I don't know, it's hard for me to interrupt myself when I'm somewhere in the midst of those 15 stitches. I just have to finish that needle. Well, that's always risky because something could happen if I don't put it down like right away, right? Or then I lose my train of thought, or I'm trying to knit while I'm on a Zoom call, and then the cat gets afraid and suddenly jumps up into my lap because the puppy's chasing after her. We've had a bit of that because when he first came here, he was just, so quiet. And what are you doing back there, dog? Hey, I have no idea what this dog is doing. Hey, Summer. Half an hour ago, they totally knocked down this lamp that I have next to me. Hey, doggy, get out of there. I don't know what she's after. I can't keep up with the oh, it's her ball. It's okay. It's just the ball. Oh, and we always have to chase stuff out from under the sofa, of course. Or the other day, the Malinois was neglected because my son was out and he didn't give me any instructions. And I think I just went in there to fetch a knitting project or something. I came out and of course the sofa was the one big puddle. So it's like, oh well, thank goodness for enzyme cleaner, right? So I told my son, I'm probably not gonna get any new furniture until you know where you're gonna be, real estate, whatever it is, because he's still sort of in between places where he's gonna live. You're just having the time back there, aren't you? I might have to throw this for you. Go get it. I don't know what she's doing back there. So yeah, I'd be really curious if any of you can relate to that. It's been a challenge to try to keep up because, knitting is so relaxing and I have projects I'm trying to work on. There's just gifts I'm trying to finish. Yeah, I just kind of need to do it. It's like I was talking about on a previous video about just getting through the holidays. I really need this relaxation, meditation, opportunity to focus, to just have that sense of enjoyment that the needles bring me. And I love raising a puppy, but it kind of takes away that opportunity that I really crave to sit and focus and concentrate. And I know it's temporary, so that's good. Every day he gets a little bigger. Every day he pays more attention. When he first came, I could call him and I might as well not have existed. He didn't even look anywhere near me. But now, a lot of times if I call him, he comes running. Not always, mind you. It depends on where I am. There's something about German Shepherds that they are kind of timid sometimes about certain things. So if I'm in a room that he's familiar with and I call him, he comes running. But if I go into a different room that he hasn't spent much time in and I call him, he's like, nope, not going in there. I don't know what to expect. But if the other dogs are with him, then he's like, oh yeah, oh sure, I'll come in there. He'll be all brave and stuff. And I'd be curious if any of you have Shepherds. I talked to my groomer and brought him over because they say you really need to socialize them. So I'm like, that's cool. So I brought him when my Shih Tzu had her appointment, and the groomer was like, oh, I have 2 German Shepherds, and she was telling me all about him. So she set me up right away with an appointment for him next month because part of the socialization is getting them used to. She said he needs to get used to having his fur blow dried, but then she told me something else that's fiber related that I should have known, didn't know. I picked him because German Shepherds are good with cats, and we have 6 cats. And Paris, of course, she insists on having a dog that's going to give her space. So the groomer said he's going to blow his coat 3 times a year. And so I've been coming across now. What you doing there, Summer, huh? Come here and say hi. Come say hi. Say hi, Summer. Summer. Yeah, that's my son's Belle-in-law. She's very sweet. She's just, like I say, she's extraordinarily hyper. So anyhow, he's going to blow his coat 3 times a year. Doesn't matter what season it is. It's just like, I don't know, it's hormonal or something. And so I was like, well, could give me a lot of fur that I could blend with some wool or some camel or something and spin. So I'm kind of looking forward to the challenge of seeing what use I could make of that fur. And again, if you have ideas, if you have a dog that blows their coat regularly and you spin the fur, I would love to know like your advice, your suggestions about preparation, carding, blending, spinning projects that's good for the way it will behave once I'm to that point. So, because apparently it's really good fur, and I get the idea that I should be able to make good use of his fur, even if it's just like, a third or something. So I would love to know if you have any experience with German Shepherd fur, and to what extent I might be able to make good use of it in my fiber projects, because I certainly intend to. And, if nothing else, I'm sure I could spin it somehow and put it in like tapestry weavings or rug hooking or, all kinds of things. I don't know. I don't know if it's feltable. I don't know. I have no idea. So would love to be a little bit better informed about that, and would love some advice. He's been eating pretty good. I was just feeding him kibble because that's what the breeder said. It's like, you should keep him on what we were giving him. So a day or so ago, I started. So with my other dogs, I mix in just a little bit of wet food and with their kibble, and it makes them just eat it up right away. And so with Ari, I said, well, I'll give that a try now. He's kind of used to being here and switching over to a slightly different diet. And oh my gosh, he just gobbles that food down. It's crazy. All of a sudden, he's like knocking it over and spilling it and getting all over it and just, devouring it. So now I have to teach him to sit and to be civilized when he is ready to eat. So I'm having fun learning how to train him. Been watching some good videos. He's got a really great personality. He's pretty fearless, especially when he plays with Summer, with the Malinois, because she could be a little bit rough with him, and we have to really watch. I'm not even sure what they're doing now. But overall, they're like super good friends, and I just think that's wonderful. I think it's good for both of them. What are you doing, Summer? Hey, don't chew on that. She's chewing on the chair. Summer, go find your own thing to chew on. I think the chewing is going to be an issue. So we have lots of collagen sticks and bones, and trying to figure out how to keep him out of trouble, because I sure don't want him. He was trying to chew on my spinning wheel last night, just to give you an idea. So I was spinning, and then he came in here, and he was starting to chew on the handle. I was like, oh no, that's not going to work. So I immediately went out and got his dog chew. So he's got to figure out what to chew on and what not to chew on. In fact, I was talking to my financial advisor. It turns out she has a German Shepherd too, and she said that it was a real relief when they got out of the razor teeth period, because apparently the baby teeth are kind of sharp, and I've sort of found that that's true. But yeah, I thought I would just kind of check in with you and ask if you have experience. And heck, I mean, how do you work in knitting if you've got like lambs to deal with, or baby goats, or, you know, a lot of people who are interested in fiber, they raise the animals, you know, and we've got like, you know, a good sized collection of cats and dogs, and they raise their own issues. And I'm clearly looking for camaraderie about that. How about you? What do you think? But, you know, there are plenty of other animals that come into our lives, and heck, they're kids. I mean, this whole experience of having a little puppy to nurture and stuff, it's actually kind of reminded me back when my kids were toddlers, and just all the stuff you have to look out for, and the little emergencies that come up, and the messes, and it's just constant putting out fires. But it's the most beautiful kind, because then, you know, you get this sort of interaction, right, Summer? Yeah, that's right. You're a very nice dog when you're a nice dog. Let's see if we can get your face in there a little better. Hi. Come here, Summer. Yeah. She's very sweet when she's not tearing a house apart. So anyhow, I hope you all are having a nice holiday. And if you have a little puppy to nurture, feel free to chime in. I'll try to keep checking in as the holidays approach. I've got one son coming to join me and my older son for Christmas, so hopefully we'll be able to do some videos together. Heck, we might even, I don't know if you'd enjoy, we could do a cooking video. That would be kind of fun, because we're gonna enjoy cooking together. We have this really cool recipe for a chicken pot pie that's just yummy, delicious. So, you know, if you're interested in that, we could post that too. In my novels, I love to feature cooking. I always like to think of what dish would be fun, you know, and should they like work on preparing it? Should it be a restaurant meal? So it's kind of related to my novel content. Thanks to those of you who've ordered book 2 already. I'm still working on getting it available on Ingram Spark. In the meantime, it's on Amazon. It's available on most places on ebook. And I'm going to try to advertise it in some more spots. I'd love to have you spread the word. Love to get your reaction. Hope you're enjoying it. And I hope you all have a great weekend. See you soon. Take care.